己说话的时候。是的。Yes. Yes. The translator's on the way. Will begin in approximately 2 minutes. Hello, we are joined by Trace Esports, who are coming off of their match against G2. We'll begin with questions from the remote media and then move on to the in-house media. We'll take the first question from Miguel from Sons of KS.
Hello, thank you for the opportunity. Hello, guys. Sorry for the result today. You had to face one of the toughest opponents on the competition, and sometimes in defeat we tend to focus on mistakes rather than things we did right. So this is a question for a coach destroyer. What would you say are the best things that you saw on your team on today's match? Thank you.
这个问题给到教练，因为今天是遗憾落败了嘛，但是有的时候我们去发现今天打得好的地方，可能会去比关注结果更重要。所以你认为今天打得好的地方有哪些呢？
我觉得今天打得不太好吧，打得好的地方可能就是，还是打了一些训练赛，就是训练出来的东西。
Well, generally speaking, I don't think that we performed well today. But we did like show something that we have practiced in the scrims.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Pedro Romero.
Yes. First off, commiserations on this series last week. Hopefully you guys can bounce back in the next one. I want to send this question over to Bianc. More specifically, again, focusing on the match at hand. Given that you guys had to go up against G2 in this encounter, I want to ask you just sort of on a general sense, what did you feel was the biggest obstacle that your squad faced against them, and also like how do you kind of view the current level of your team, with one match finished in this tournament run?
这个问题想问一下小编，因为今天你们面对到的 G2 是非常强大的对手，今天在交手的过程中，你认为遇到的最大的困难是什么？以及通过这场比赛，你会如何去接下来进一步建设团队？
嗯，更多是在细节方面的处理吧。然后今天其实就输在细节方面上，我没有考好嘛。然后，也学习到了挺多吧，今天。
I think the biggest problem we face today is like we failed dealing with some details. There might be some columns that not so good, but I think that we learn a lot in general.
Thank you. We'll take a question from the in-house media next. Hello.
这个提问问到 Loking 选手，那面对即将到来很关键的一战嘛，那下场面对 T1，觉得队伍或者自己目前最需要调整的重点是什么？
我觉得作为队伍来讲的话，可能我们需要打得更加的投入一些吧，就是更加的专注于比赛本身嘛。然后对于我来讲的话，我可能就需要打得更冷静一点嘛，因为很明显今天不管是队伍还是我个人来讲，都打的就是比较着急吧，然后着急就会给对面机会。那我们希望能在下一场比赛里，然后吸取今天的教训。
谢谢。
The question is like, for the next matchup, what can be the part that you paid attention to make adjustments? And Lucky answer like, from the perspective of the team, like I think we need to focus more on the in-game content. And for himself, he needs to calm down a little bit, chill. Like today, both team and himself like was in a hurry and gave out a lot of chances like for the opponents to win that round. So for the next match, they are 100% to fix those problems.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Sage.
Hi. So I just wanted to quickly ask you about your next matchup against T1 and just your, sorry, this is for Destroy, but I just wanted to ask you about the upcoming matchup against T1 and if you have any thoughts on that series and some of the strengths and things that you're going to try to capitalize on to win.
这个问题想问到教练，下一场你们即将面对到 T1，你对此有什么想法呢？然后在哪些方面是需要去重点关注的
？T1 其实可能在正式比赛里面没有怎么交手嘛，但是在亚特训练赛里面还是打了很多的，所以我们也算比较了解吧。然后我觉得我们只需要就是把自己状态调整到最好就可以了。
To be honest, with T1, we didn't face them like in this series so far, but we practice a lot in the scrim, so I think I know T1 quite well. And what we need to do for the next step is like adjusting our like form to the best.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Pedro Romero.
Yes, I'm gonna send this one over to Hebei. Of all of the 8 teams that are competing in this Masters Bangkok tournament, 2 of them do so with the same squad from last year. First one is EDG, and the second one is this team, G2 Esports. What I want to ask you in particular, Hebei, is how has the team progressed from the end of 2024, given the recent champions appearance, and moving on from that to today in making Masters? And on top of that, what do you feel has been the biggest change that the team had to focus on in order to stay at the top of their game, figuratively and also literally?
这个问题想问到黑贝，因为去年 EDG 和 TE 都在8支参与到冠军赛的队伍当中，现在你们也来到了曼谷大师赛。那你觉得从去年到现在，你们做了哪些，就是有哪些进步呢？以及接下来会做什么样的调整？
我觉得我们距离上一次那个冠军赛嘛，就是进步的话，就是说交流方面或是思路方面会有改变吧。但是我们这一次落败了嘛，然后说要怎么改善的话，其实我们打训练赛的时候，其实也没有到今天的那种状态吧。我觉得如果迎接下一场比赛的话，就是我们哥几个把状态调整好了，就大概率能拿下这场胜利吧。
So since last time we attended the championship, after that, I think our team has made improvements on communication and some of the in-game thoughts, our strats. We made some changes on these aspects. As for like what we're gonna change in the future is like today we lost. I think it's mainly because we didn't perform at our best like we did in the scrims. So probably we will be confident to win next matchup if we turn our like form into that, like being confident.
Thank you. I think we have one question from the chat.
OK，这里是虎扑电竞。首先对今天的结果表示很可惜，然后提问 Locking 选手认为这次谁是此次曼谷大师赛上最好的控场位选手？ The question is like, first of all, much commiserations about your loss. And this question goes to Locking. Who do you think could be the best controller player in Masters Bangkok?
就目前为止的话，我觉得，还是球球吧。
要说一下为什么吗？
为什么就是他的这个个人状态保持的非常好吧。
So I think the best controller player that so far is still Chichu because in yesterday's match we could all see that he was always performing at his best.
Thank you. Sage, did you have one more question?
Yeah, I did have just one more question for Destroyer once again. I just wanted to ask because a lot of people saw China's longer break somewhat as an advantage where there's just more preparation and rest time before Bangkok. But I just wanted to get your opinion on that, and if you feel it's an advantage or you feel as if there are things that you would benefit more from just immediately going from kickoff to Bangkok.
这个问题想问到 Destroyer 教练，因为网上会有很多人去说 CN 赛区在起点赛之后，其实会拥有比较长的一段休息时间来做赛前准备，以及更好的去休息。那你对此是怎么看的呢？你觉得是有好处吗？还是有一些自己的想法？
我觉得其实也不算很长时间的休息吧，因为打完系列赛之后，相当于是过了一个年嘛，那年其实大家都是有自己的事情，然后回来的话，其实训练时间也不算很长，所以可能我感觉没有把队伍的状态调整到最好吧。
So I think actually, I don't think there is quite a long time for us to get preps because after kickoff, there's Chinese Spring Festival. Like we were on vacation, we had our own things to do. So back from the vacation, we didn't have much time to practice as well. Maybe just as other regions do. Like yeah.
Thank you so much. I believe that was the final press conference question of the night. Trace Esports, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.
好了。
Thank you. 谢谢。
เดี๋ยวเนี่ยเดี๋ยวทางผมกลับก่อนครับ First